Domestic violence impacts families all across central Indiana. In 2018, IMPD's domestic violence unit investigated more than 4,600 of these cases. And one area of our city is seeing the highest number right now. RTV6's Nicole Griffin is taking a closer look at these numbers and what one local woman is doing to reach out to victims.
Since October of last year to May of this year, Metro police officers have responded to 724 domestic violence runs just in the 46201 zip code area. This is near Washington Street and State Avenue on the Near East Side. One woman, a local woman who is a domestic violence survivor, wants to do her part to make a difference.
It started off as a bliss. For the first 2 years, everything was great.
When she was just 21 years old, Daniette Smith says the abuse began with her children's father.
The first blow to the face, it actually shifted my cornea. So now I currently have 2 plates in my eye holding my cornea together, to where it switched to gun violence, to where I had a gun placed to my head and told that I would be killed if I left him or left the situation.
She says it continued for 10 years, and finally she knew she needed to get help. She filed a restraining order and contacted the Julian Center, a safe place for survivors of domestic violence.
For me to step into the Julian Center, I knew that I was at my final breaking point. I knew that I was a woman that was fed up, but I had to tell it all. I had to put it all on the table, and that's what a lot of women don't do. They still fear walking in there.
After receiving help, she started an organization called Silent No More. It aims at helping women, men, and teenagers escape abusive relationships.
Just because I am a survivor, I know the effects, I know the feeling, so therefore we're able to just really grab a hold of them and grab a hold of them mentally and let them know, hey, this isn't what you have to do.
The group is holding its second resource walk, targeting the Near East Side. This is where police are seeing the highest number of domestic violence calls. IMPD says a contributing cause is the economic factor. A lot of times people with lower economic means in an area contribute to an increase in domestic violence calls.
We see and we hear your cries, even though it's through data.
The walk will be held July 20th, starting at the corner of Washington Street and State Avenue. They want those impacted by violence to know there are resources and shelters available to help. Nicole Griffin, RTV6.